Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Afifah Farida. Today I would like to present about the question answer for the integration twin tower task. First is concept and integration of Islamic knowledge and science. What are the fundamental principles to connecting Islamic knowledge with modern science? Islam view knowledge as a individual, whether revealed darkly or acquired ugly. The Quran encourages observation, contemplation, and research, as in the Surah Al-Alaq verses 1 until 5, where Allah commands, "Read in the name of your Lord." This form the basis for linking science with faith. Science in Islam is not just a search for fact, but a journey towards understanding the sign ayat of Allah in nature and life. And the next is, how can the approach of integrating Islamic knowledge be applied in science education? Islamic integration in science education can be applied by aligning science topic with relevant verses and moral lessons. For example, teaching biology alongside Surah Al-Mu'minun verses 12 until 14 about human creation demands both scientific and spiritual insight. It builds critical thinkers with ethical conscientiousness and nurtures a sense of purpose in the learning. And the second is integration of twin towers. What does the concept of twin towers signify in the integration of knowledge? The twin towers model symbolizes the integration of religious, relevation-based knowledge and secular reason-based knowledge. It reflects the Islamic worldview that both are essential for understanding the universe. The towers stand together, illustrating that religion and science are not rival, but partner in the pursuit of truth and social benefit. And the next is, how can the application of the twin tower integration enhance understanding across disciplines? This model encourages interdisciplinary learning. Science is guided by ethical values, and religion is contextualized with rational understanding. For instance, environmental science can be paired with Surah Al-A'raf verses 56, which promotes avoiding corruption and preserving nature. This produces professionals who are both competent and morally grounded. And the second is science and technology from an Islamic perspective. What role do science and technology play in the development of society? According to Islamic perspective, science and technology are tools given by Allah to help humans fulfill their roles as a caliphah, as mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah verses 30. They are meant to bring benefit or maslahah to society and support justice, health, and progress. However, their use must be guided by divine ethic and intention. And the next is, how does Islamic ethics influence the advancement of modern technology? Islamic ethics act as a framework to ensure that the technological development does not harm humanity or the environment. In the Surah Al-Isra verses 70 upholds human dignity, which can guide innovation in AI, medicine, and communication technology. For example, data privacy, biotechnology, and digital media must all be aligned with trust, truth, and accountability. And the next is study of mathematical integration in Islam. How is mathematics utilized within the context of Islamic scholarship? Mathematics plays a vital role in the various Islamic practices, calculating zakat and inheritance, like in the Surah An-Nisa verses 11, determining Qibla direction and setting prayer time based on a celestial movement. It reflects the presence and order design of Allah's creation, encouraging Muslims to study and apply it in their daily life. And the next is, what contribution have Muslim mathematicians made to the field of mathematics? Scholars like Al-Khwarizmi developed algebra, the decimal system, and algorithm foundation for modern computing. Others like Al-Biruni invented trigonometry and measurement techniques. Their work, driven by religious studies, shows how Islam inspired the flourishing of scientific knowledge in the Golden Age. And the fifth, biology in Islamic studies. How does the Quran explain concepts related to the biology and life? The Quran frequently references life process, like the Surah Al-Anbiya verses 30 states, "We made every living thing from water," while Surah Al-Mu'minun verses 12 until 14 details human embryonic development. These verses align closely with modern biological understanding and encourage reflection of the miracle of life. And the next is, what is the relationship between biological science and ethical principle in Islam? Islam commends the preservation of life. Surah Al-Ma'idah verses 32, research and application in biology such as cloning or genetic engineering must respect human dignity, prevent harm, and ensure benefit. Ethics and biology must be inseparable in an Islamic context. Okay, the next is number 6, the sea in Islamic studies. What is Islam's view on the importance of the sea in human life? The sea is portrayed as a divine blessing, like the Surah An-Nahl verses 14 mentioned its role in providing food and resources like pearls. The sea also symbolizes the power and mercy of Allah, urging humans to respect its bounty and avoid pollution or exploitation. And next, how does the Quran depict marine ecosystem? In the Surah Ar-Rahman verses 19 until 23, the separation of the fresh and salt water is described as a sign of divine design. The Quran acknowledges the complexity of marine life and encourages stewardship. They support modern ecological values such as conservation and biodiversity protection. And the next, number 7, is architecture in Islamic studies. What are the distinctive features of Islamic architecture visible in historical buildings? Islamic architecture is known for its symmetry, domes, arches, geometric patterns, and calligraphy, all reflecting Tawhid or unity of God. Iconography is avoided, emphasizing abstract beauty and spiritual atmosphere. The example include the Blue Mosque in Turkey and the Alhambra in Spain. And the next is, how do Islamic principles influence modern architectural design? Contemporary Islamic design integrated sustainability, avoiding what's like the Surah Al-A'raf verses 31, communal space, mosque as a center, and orientation toward the Qiblah. It combines spiritual meaning with modern functionality, showing how faith can shape urban and interior design. And the next, number 8, information system in the Quran and Hadith. How can information system be integrated with teaching found in the Quran? It's like in the Surah Al-Qalam verses 1 begins with the pen, highlighting, writing, and recording. Today's digital tools can preserve, share, and manage Islamic knowledge, responsibility, enhancing dakwah, research, and religious education through ethical information system. And the next question, what are examples of information system practiced in a religious context? It's like the application for Quran reading, hadith collection, online zakat system, and mosque event platform are examples. These tools reflect modern application rooted in Islamic values of knowledge, trust, and community. And next, number 9, Quranic verses, hadith, and jurisprudence on the environment. What Quranic verses address the protection of the environment? This verse in the Surah Al-A'raf verses 31 says, "Eat and drink, but do not waste," promoting sustainability. And Surah Ar-Rum verses 41 warns of corruption caused by humans. These verses warning calling for responsibility and care for nature. And the next question, how do the hadiths of Prophet Muhammad SAW support the concept of environmental sustainability? Prophet Muhammad SAW taught water conservation, care for animals, and planting trees even at the end of the time. Musnad Ahmad. His action model sustainable living long before modern environmentalism. And the next, number 10, is practice integrating religion and science in the Faculty of Science and Technology. First question, what are the best practice for integrating religion and science in the Faculty of Science and Technology? Integrating Quranic themes in the scientific course, offering seminars on Islamic ethics in science, and reflecting on the divine purpose of knowledge are key. Faculty should model professionalism grounded by Iman, faith. And next, how do students experience the integration of religious values with scientific knowledge on campus? Students report that connecting their study with Islamic values give meaning and moral direction. It fosters a balanced worldview, where technology serves not just function but faith and humanity. That's enough for me. I'm sorry if I have a lot of mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.